So I've shared my greatest intellectual fear, that nothing is real, and that I've been dreaming my entire life. However, there is another physical, primal fear that anytime I think about it, causes my heart to race and begin to breathe tensely. Now, I don't fear death at all. I never have. When I was a young kid, I would constantly share with my parents how I want my funeral to go. Usually it involved balloons and streamers, as I didn't want anyone's last experience with me to be sad. Now, that's a really weird thing to do. Probably freaked him out a bit. So I have no concern about dying from being shot, or burning to death, or freezing to death, or falling from a high area. But there is one method of death that absolutely terrifies me. I don't know why. I've never been in a situation that I can recall, at least, where this was a legitimate concern. But nonetheless, if someone brings this topic up, it is very difficult for me to remain calm inwardly. Suffocation. Being held underwater, clawing upwards, desperately, uselessly, someone grabbing my neck, choking me, feeling my pulse struggle to push blood. This isn't a spoiler. In Doctor Strange, there's a quick scene where one of the bad guys is tossed into a tank of water and trapped. He hits the side of the tank frantically, screaming. But that does nothing. That idea caused and causes, every time I think about it, physical discomfort and stress to me. The worst situation I can possibly imagine is swimming in the Arctic. I don't know why I'd be in the Arctic, but swimming, diving in the Arctic, coming up for air, and realizing the ice has frozen over, and I'm trapped. I don't know why. Apparently I had a few close calls with pools as a kid, but I can't imagine those would have such an impact on me. This isn't just fear. This is raw, abject terror. A scream from the most primal animal part of my brain. This is what I physically fear above all else. In lighter, day-to-day situations, this manifests itself, irrationally I know, as a fear of using up all the oxygen in the room. I am never comfortable facing a wall out of fear that I could breathe in my own exhalations more than oxygen and suffocate. I can't be fully comfortable in a room without the windows open for this reason also, as you've probably noticed. When I think about it, part of this may have come from the fact that my younger brother very frequently as a child suffered from croup. Croup is basically mucus getting trapped in your throat and causing you to start to suffocate. And I guess that this made much more of an impact upon me as a child than I realized that it did. Or maybe it's the universe foreshadowing that this is going to be the way that I do go, which I desperately hope that's not the case, because it is the worst way I could go. Wow, that was really dark. I'm sorry, I needed to get that off my chest, so if you ever read the news reports and discover that I drowned, you know that what was running through my head and through my lungs